I've already been hit by lightning, and it's not something you want to do every day, you know what I mean? So we had a red sky this morning. It was beautiful. Maybe I'll post a picture right here. Maybe I won't. We'll see. Anyway, life's good, but kind of sad that this is the last day. Kind of happy that this is the last day, you know, mixed emotionally. And kind of bummed that there is no wind, and the sky looks good from the south, and that's the direction inevitably the wind is supposed to change to today. The NOAA forecast says southeast 5 to 10, which is acceptable. We should be able to make 4 knots on that. And if that holds true, we got about 140 miles to go till we make port in New York. So sometime tomorrow afternoon, we'll be on the hook, and I'll start to show you guys around, you know, what I can with COVID world.
I have about 5 pairs of them. But these are my...
That's the price of Hatteras. Damage report. I gotta hold on to shit here. Lost a little adjuster. Took out the pocket. She's looking salty, flapping in the wind though. You can tell we've been somewhere. That screams she's been battle tested. She's proven. That's all right. We'll get her back to the shop, fix her right up. I think we got lucky. I don't know if I adequately explained how that happened. Since we're on our last little bit of the journey, I can take a minute to do that. Y'all can see it's beautiful. We're doing like 4 knots. Half of it's propulsion by swell. I'm all right with that. It's pretty nice out here anyway. So, in the middle of my top speed run, I got hit by that gust, and I got hit by that swell at the same time. Took it all out the beam, and she knocked me down. And when I got knocked down, all these boats are kind of designed to round up. So that means it's going to knock down, and then it's going to turn into the wind and stand itself back up and get going again. And that's actually an opportunity for a fella to heave too if he knows what the hell he's doing. But I didn't. So I did the next best thing, and I blew the sail. And what that means, I just grabbed that sheeting line you see flopping around back there on the grinder, and I let her go because we needed to stand the boat back up. And the quickest way to do that is to reduce windage, reduce sail square footage. And whether that was right or wrong, in the heat of the moment, that's what I did. When I did that, the boat stood back up, and I was able to get her under control again. So that portion of the move worked. However, with the wind flapping around, the wind was probably blowing, I don't know, I wish I could have measured it. It was blowing real hard. Definitely better than 20. I don't know if it was quite 30, but it might have been knocking on 40. I have no concept of it. In the moment, I couldn't tell you. So I had to go to the bow and de-twist this whole mess. We don't have quite enough wind to keep it full right now. It's okay. We'll let it flop around. It's actually a really, really strong sail. Material that gets built out of this cross weaving. I know it's a little moldy because we haven't used it enough, but I'll get it cleaned up here soon. When I furled it in, it was flapping around so hard that it tied itself in a knot. And then it was really mad because when it tied itself in a knot, it left a pocket exposed right there where all that's shredded. And just started beating the crap out of itself, and I couldn't leave it. I had to run back up here. First thing I had to do was get a reef in the main, which I should have done in the first place. Lesson learned, won't make that mistake again. However, to get this thing untangled, I had to go up there on the bow. Yes, mommy, I was locked in. I was strapped down. I had the harness on the whole bit. We was good there. I was as safe as I could be. And I had to put Miss Sonia at the helm, and she watched over me. And I had to take all the sheeting line off, unwrap it, unwind it, and detangle it. And then I had to let the whole damn sail out again in those conditions and furl it in by hand on the bow. And because I had to undo all my winds, I was short a little bit, so it left a little bit of sail exposed. And that kind of put a beating on it. But it'll be okay. We'll get her fixed up. There's still at least 2 more seasons worth of service in the Great Lakes on that sail, and then we're going to get some new sails for this boat. And they're going to look pretty cool. There's going to be some green and some blue on them. I think you know where I'm going with that. Alright. One more Panaram. Awesome. The boat's still a little slippery. It's got little bits of salt brine on it from the bashing we took in Hatteras. You gotta be careful running around. You gotta make sure you hold on to something. Saltwater's real slippery stuff. So I know there's a handful of you that are going, Steve-O, what the hell are you doing out there for 7 days on your first trip with the boat, rounding Cape Fear and Cape Hatteras? Who the hell do you think you are? Well, here's the deal. And I'm gonna throw it at you like this, and whether you understand or not, that's up to you, that's your call. But here's my rationale. I bought this boat because I knew Bruce Roberts builds a hell of a boat. And I knew the methods that the fella that I bought it from built the boat with were just top notch. If I was going to build a boat, that's how I do it. That's the design, that's the build technology, that's it. Very, 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 very little amount of things I would change. Otherwise, this fella built exactly the boat I was looking for, because the places I'm looking to go, they ain't a walk in the park to get there. All right? So what you got to understand about this trip is I just learned more about myself, my boat's capability than most people will ever learn in their whole damn lifetime. I ain't got a lot of time. All right, my daddy died at 58 years old. I'm almost 40. Clock's ticking on this shit. I gotta get this figured out and get a move on, because I got some places to go. I got some things to show y'all. You know, there's a garbage patch out there somewhere. It's called the North Atlantic Garbage Patch. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. Either way, I'm gonna show it to you. But it ain't no bullshit to get out there. I needed to know. I needed to know. And when you are sitting in a helm, right here, sitting right here, staring down there, and you are staring down 2 stories of water, that is not an overstatement. In fact, it might be an understatement. I bet we rode over 2 stories of water 150 damn times that night. And once we figured out how to run this boat, she took good care of us. I'm so damn impressed with this thing. Words can't even describe it. I know everything I needed to know now. And now it's time to get her into Michigan. We got a little bit of work to do on the boat. Sure, there's always going to be work to do on the boat. I know the changes that I want to make to get it ready to go to the places that I want to go. These are my missions. It's kind of my personal thing, and we'll talk about that in greater detail later. Either way, I figured out what I needed to figure out. And yeah, I was scared shitless there for a moment. I'd have been a damn fool not to be. But I didn't run from it. Nope. We turned right into it. We're going to take this on. We're going to take the bull by the horns. And with a little bit of luck and a whole bunch of courage, Bruce just kicked its ass and laughed about it the whole time. Tony, if you're watching this, bro, you built me one hell of a boat. This thing has just blown my mind and blown every expectation I think I had. This thing is a damn freight train, and that's... it potentially could be renamed Freight Train, because that's what she is. When you get 38,000 pounds rolling over 22-foot swell at 10.4 knots. You hear that? That is some shit right there. And the faster this thing goes, the more more punishment it just laughs at. It's like a pride horse, big old stallion. Like, don't worry, Steve-O, this ain't shit. This is exactly what I was built for. Come on, tighten her up, let's roll. So before the critics even start bitching about how I'm dumb and I'm reckless and all this crap, this life I'm living, this mission that I'm on, it ain't for the faint of heart. It ain't for the weak. It's just not. And if you don't get it, you're not gonna get it. I can't explain it to you. Maybe you'll see it down the road, maybe you won't. I'm gonna still keep moving on doing what I do. And I needed to know what I needed to know. And now I know. So it's time to get this bad boy home and let y'all see it back there in Michigan. Okay, YouTube world, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Americans, my fellow humans of Earth, I'm signing off for the rest of the day. I'll show you the sunrise tomorrow morning. We'll be real close to New York by then, maybe half a day. But I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this day. I'm gonna take this one for myself. So, you know, click like, subscribe, hit the little bell. Y'all are gonna see a lot of awesome things. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself while you were here. Thanks for stopping by. Peace out.